If you live in the diaspora like myself, or even if you live in Africa, you know the pain of buying and shipping farm equipment from China to Africa. Yes, I said China. I know there's a negative connotation when it comes to products from China. China have the best and the worst products. It all depends on how much you're willing to pay. But if you want a better bang for your buck, I would recommend buying your farm equipment directly from China, because there is a 90% chance that those products in your local markets were actually manufactured in China. Most products in the US, including iPhones, are manufactured in China. In this video, I will show you how to create your own Alibaba account and find trustworthy suppliers for your farm equipment. Creating an Alibaba account is the easy step. Alibaba can be a great way to get what you need at a cheap price, but it's more important to be careful with your business dealings from Alibaba. I can't stress this enough. You need to understand how to buy from Alibaba. Stick to the end to learn some tips on how to find the right suppliers on Alibaba. This has always puzzled me. 65% of you that watch our videos regularly haven't yet subscribed to the channel. So, can I ask you for a quick favor? Before we start, if you like our content, you like what we do here and want to support us, the free and simple way you can support us is by hitting that subscribe button. If you do that, my commitment to you is I will do everything in my power to make sure I give you a new and better content every single week. And every content will be based on your feedback. While you're at it, please hit the like button as well. Thank you so much. I've talked so much about Alibaba. What is Alibaba? Well, Alibaba is a wholesale directory where you can find manufacturers for your product. It could be custom products that you want to use or sell, or ready-made products available for sale on Alibaba.com. Alibaba and Amazon are the two biggest e-commerce platforms. The difference between Alibaba and Amazon is that Alibaba gives you the wholesale directories, while Amazon mostly offers the storefront for ready-made products. The advantage with Alibaba is that you can get products at a wholesale price at wholesale prices. You have a larger selection of products and you can actually source no branded products and customize them with your own brand. Alibaba allows you to get custom products with your company logo and custom designs on them. One more thing you need to understand is that when you find a vendor, they are not affiliated in any shape or form with Alibaba. Alibaba is not a retail website. It's a marketplace for buyers and sellers. If you watch this channel regularly, you will remember in one of our videos, I advise you all to skip the middleman and sell your products directly to your customers. That's why we are launching a new product line called Ota Foods. This will allow us to package our chicken and sell directly to supermarkets, local cold stores, restaurants, and hotels under the Ota Foods brand. We'll be able to package our chicken whole and in parts, giving our customers the opportunity to purchase either chicken wings, feet, breast, thighs, gizzard, or even whole chicken. So, the use case for this video will involve us purchasing equipment for our chicken processing plant in Cameroon. We'll be looking for vendors to purchase packaging equipment for our food processing product line. We are currently in search of chicken processing equipment from China. We're going to show you the entire purchasing process, from selecting the right products to contacting the vendors and making payment on Alibaba. Finally, we'll show you how to arrange shipment. This is a three-part video. The first part is finding the right product, which is this particular video we're talking about. Part 2 is paying for the product using Alibaba. And finally, part 3 will focus on arranging shipment from China to my home country, Cameroon. Everything will be done online. So hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss any of the subsequent videos in this series. Before we jump into showing you how to create your Alibaba account, I want to show you some of the purchases that we've done so far, so that everyone will understand I'm speaking out of experience. I'm not just making these things up for YouTube views or online clout. Now, let's take a look at our Alibaba account. As you can see, we have a couple of orders. We have communications. We've been having communications since 2022. We've been communicating with different vendors on the platform. We have a couple of orders. We have several orders that we've placed in the system. Some have been completed. Some are still waiting to be completed. Some are actually en route as we speak. Some are en route. We have a container I'm going to show you. It's actually on its way to Cameroon as we speak. This is our latest order. Actually, this is the last order. This one got completed. This is a container that we sent last year. These were basically items for our store. And in this particular container, we also had two 20,000 capacity incubators. So two 10,000 capacity incubators, which took our farm to 30,000 capacity because we already had a 10,000 capacity incubator. And we had several other equipments, things that we were selling our stores, including thermometers, scales, and stuff like that. And the biggest item in this order was our diesel generator. So we bought a 60 kilowatt generator for the farm to power the farm during power outages, basically. So this order arrived already, this container arrived, and you can see we had several items in the store. The one that is currently en route, as you can see, we paid already, it's been dispatched, it's actually waiting for delivery. And we had two orders in this particular container. This is the first order. The first order had a lot of items, again, including items for the store, including the battery cages for the layer farm, the feed mill, all the items for our feed mill. We had several items as well for the store, the battery cages, as well as this other order that we also had several battery cages. So both of them, as you can see, they are actually en route. If I show you the tracking, the container left on the 19th of June last month. The container left last month, and it will be arriving Douala, Cameroon on the 26th of August. So the container is actually en route. It's right now around, if I narrow down on the map, let's see, let's try to follow the map. It's right now around Malaysia. So the container is around Malaysia, heading down to Cameroon. There you have it. Everything we talk about in this particular channel is based out of experience. Now, let's switch browsers and show you how you can set up your own Alibaba account. You don't necessarily need an Alibaba account to search for vendors on their platform. However, if you want to take advantage of certain features and services like trade assurance, you will need an Alibaba account. We'll expand more into the trade assurance later in this video. Also, I recommend setting up a separate email account for Alibaba because once you are active on Alibaba, you will get a lot of emails from suppliers trying to sell you their products. Next, let's go ahead and create your Alibaba account. As I said, this is the easy part. Alibaba makes it extremely easy for you to create your account. Simply go to alibaba.com and click on the create account in the top right corner of the page. It's going to open the page where you select your country or region, and then you want to select buyer because you'll be buying your farm equipment and then shipping it back to Africa. Again, like I said, you want to create a different email account because you'll be bombarded with a lot of messages from suppliers. Create a separate email account for your Alibaba. Set the password, set the company name. Generally, this particular field, even if you do not have a particular company, just enter a name. Maybe it's a name of a company that you're going to be using in the future. Just enter the name right there. Go ahead and enter your full name, enter your phone number, and then click create account. Once you click the create account button, they're going to send you an email. They're going to send you a particular code. It's a 4-digit code. It's a 6-digit code that they will send to you. Take that code, enter into Alibaba, and voila, your account will be up and running. And right there, you can start contacting suppliers. It's literally that easy. We'll upload a separate short video to show you how you can do exactly the same thing from your mobile device. Hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell to get notified once we upload that video. Now that you have your Alibaba account, the next thing is searching for suppliers. Before contacting suppliers, it's important to do your research. In our case, we are looking for poultry processing equipment. We did our research and found out exactly what we needed. We documented this requirement during the planning phase of our factory. I can either use it to request quotes directly from vendors or search for the product myself, which is what I prefer to do. All right, I said, let me go ahead and share our requirements document real quick. I'm not going to go into details, but again, if you're interested in this particular requirement document for our poultry processing factory, our slaughterhouse, let me know in comments below and I'll go ahead and share this document with you. But basically, Otter Farms Poultry Slaughterhouse requires a range of specialized equipment for efficient and hygienic processing. This includes equipment for live bird handling, stunning, slaughtering, scalding, defeathering, evisceration, chilling, and packaging. In the requirements document, we outline the size of the house. This is basically the design that we came up with. And then we have every single thing broken down, all the items for slaughtering and bleeding, for evisceration, for chilling and packaging, and other essential items that are needed. So if you're enjoying the video so far, please don't forget to hit the like button. Generally, the disadvantage for requesting quotes from vendors is that you'll be presented with a lot of sales folks that you really don't understand exactly what you want and are just interested in selling their products for a commission. That is why doing your research and searching for the product yourself, it's mostly recommended. Also, please be aware that the prices you find on Alibaba.com are widely inaccurate. So now that we've set up the account, again, as I said, that is the easy part. The next is actually sourcing your supplier. So in our use case, we are actually looking for chicken processing factory equipment. So I'm going to go ahead and search for chicken slaughter equipment. So now we get bombarded with a lot of products because, again, as I said, Alibaba have thousands of suppliers on their platform. So we get bombarded with all this. So what I normally do is, first thing, I want to go ahead and filter down with only suppliers that actually offers trade assurance. And then I want to make sure that these are actually verified suppliers, because the legitimate suppliers, they take the extra step. It's a lot of steps that they have to follow to be able to get themselves verified by Alibaba. Alibaba actually have to send field technicians to these suppliers to make sure that, one, they are legit, and two, they are a professional company. So Alibaba literally have to verify that before they can actually put a stamp on their profile on Alibaba.com that they are verified. I normally trim down to trade assurance and verified customers. In addition, I try to make sure that I only buy from suppliers with a review of at least 4.0 and up. If you have anything lower than 4.0, I know I don't purchase from you. Also, if you don't have any review at all, I don't purchase from you. So I need to make sure that you've been doing business in Alibaba for at least 3 years. For at the very least, you've been doing business on Alibaba for 3 years. So once I narrow that down, I'm able to come on the right hand side and look at all the suppliers. In this case, I'm being supplied with individual items. In some cases, you will see suppliers that are able to establish, like this particular supplier will actually establish the whole entire slaughterhouse. They will actually send you the equipment that you need for the entire slaughterhouse, not just individual equipments, but the ones for the entire slaughterhouse. In our own case, we haven't gotten to this particular stage. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. We haven't gotten to this particular stage. What we are doing is we have these particular requirement documents that actually detail exactly the items that we need. So we search for each of these items individually. But for subsequent slaughterhouses, as we're expanding the business, we're probably going to just source these particular manufacturers like this and actually bring their technicians to Cameroon to install this particular plan and get everything set up, train our workers on how to use all this equipment. But for now, what we are doing is we are sourcing individual items. Like, for example, the defeathering machine. This one is what we use to remove the feathers from the birds. So Everything that we'll be doing is going to be manual in the beginning, but subsequently we're going to automate all of this. Everything that you're seeing, all the process, we're going to automate it using a sophisticated system like this one right here. This company, I've been talking with them for a couple of months now. They've sent me so many quotes. They also sell battery cages. So I got quotes from them because I was able to source different companies, compare the rates. They were one of the companies that I got a quote from about our battery cage. So I know this company very well. So yes, basically when we are ready to actually create a large establishment like this one, I think this one is a massive establishment. This one is at least 5,000 per hour processing factory. So this is like a massive factory. So something like this will, again, it costs a lot more money. And okay, one other thing, the price you're looking at over here is not necessarily the final price. And this company, this is a good thing, this delivery company, they provide samples. Remember, I told you before, samples cost more. So if you are paying for a sample, it actually costs more, because what happens is you can literally, they can send you this whole factory, right? They can send you all the equipment for this factory. And if you get there and you're not able to get it to work, which is why I always say in a big order like this, you want to get their technicians to come and install, so that if it doesn't work, their technicians will be responsible for packaging it, but you'll be the one paying for shipping. And this is why the cost of the sample is higher, because you have to actually go ahead and pay for shipping to send it back to them. And then once you send it back to them, Alibaba will refund you your full $80,000. But again, like I said, the prices you're seeing right here, definitely not the exact price. I'm going to give you an example. If you look at our account, let's open our latest order, the one that is actually en route to Cameroon right now. A single battery cage costs $170 for one battery cage. Okay, open it on their website on Alibaba. Look at how much they tell you a single battery cage costs. And remember, I said in the beginning of this video, you can have the best quality or the worst quality. It depends on how much you're willing to pay. $138 is not for galvanized steel. Oh, it's definitely not for galvanized steel. If you want any galvanized materials, you will be paying at least $170, because that's high quality. I don't want something that I'm going to buy and in a couple of years there's rust everywhere and everything is breaking down. No, that is what I decided. The price on their website, $138, but I ended up paying $170 because of the material, the quality of the material that I am buying. When sourcing suppliers, don't pay that much attention on this pricing, on the price of what you see right here, like this defedering machine. Let's take another look. Okay, we have this defedering machine in one of our containers. So if you look at this particular machine right here, one defedering machine is $212. Let's look at how much we paid for our own defedering machine in the last container. We paid $240. On their website, $212. But ended up paying $240, because these prices are just to attract you. These are the prices that they use to lure you in, to bring you in. And once they know that they've established that relationship with you, they've established that trust with you, they then give you the real price. So I would recommend you contact multiple suppliers and get as many quotes as you can, so that you can get a range of prices for your product. After we've narrowed down to the right supplier, we need to make contact using their product page. This page gives you the ability to contact the supplier directly or using live chat for suppliers that are available online. So at this point, I recommend getting as much information about the product and doing some research to make sure that the supplier is legit. Don't be scared to request samples. All suppliers should be willing to send you a sample. If they refuse, just go away. Run away. Just know that the sample will cost more than the final product. Most vendors will allow you to apply the price of the sample towards your final order. Samples are mostly for small items that you want to sell in your retail stores. It's better to place small order for samples and verify the quality than to place a large order and get disappointed. When contacting your suppliers, ask the supplier about the minimum order requirement. What's the minimum quantity required for you to place your order? If you want to request a sample, find out the cost of the sample. Also find out if the extra cost of the sample will be applied as credit towards the final order. Find out production pricing as well. Find out the actual cost for the quantity you need. Don't forget, it might be higher if you're requesting a custom product with custom design that you have to add your logo to them. You also need to find out how long it would take to put together the order. In my case, it takes at least 3 weeks to get our poultry products ready. You need to find out shipping time. Some sourcing can take 3 weeks or even months. Shipping from Hebei, China to Douala, Cameroon will take at least 45 days. Check with the vendor about the payment requirements. Make sure the transactions are done on Alibaba. Find out if you can use other payment options after you've actually established a relationship with that particular supplier. So do not use an outside payment method unless you've actually established a good relationship with that particular supplier. Is Alibaba safe? Alibaba is safe if you use trade assurance. This is a service offered by Alibaba to protect you, your online orders, when you pay using Alibaba.com. Alibaba Trade Assurance protects you in the event the vendor fails to ship on time or if the product quality varies greatly from what was agreed upon. In the event that any of the above happened, Alibaba will help you investigate with the supplier. If there was no resolution, Alibaba will simply give you back your money. They will simply refund you. That's why you pay the high processing fees. So yes, it's completely safe to buy from Alibaba. I would say trust your gut. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is. If you find something extremely cheap, I would recommend taking a big step back. You have to be very careful when dealing with Chinese suppliers. I hope you enjoyed and learned something from this particular video. And if you did, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you get notified when we upload the next video in this particular series. Thanks for watching.